Nos Rahman al-Islam, Shalulam Ligrad Loi Tavis Niyaf, meaning those thoughts of Znos, those perverted thoughts, will then the next step will cause that now you should arise in yourself that level of Tavis Niyaf. That brings the desire. So what he's saying is first comes the thought process. First comes the machshava of the hirhureiznos, and then that draws up the emotion of it. So it goes from the mind to the heart. Shalulam ligrim laitayvasnias oymekra laila chas v'shalom hu machniya satayva machniya dasai. So he's saying the trick here is to get control of the mind and switch your thought min haririm from these negative thoughts kemavur in lekaman and Torah ayin beis shekasha baim machshavta harurim raim. When these harurim raim come into our minds, yachnas l'moichai, very interestingly here, machshava shel Torah tefillah oy maso matan. Start thinking about your business. When this comes in, it's all called neural pathways. There's different things that are plugged in from the right side of the brain to the left side of the brain. Different pathways that connect them.
You're so busy with your business.
100%. 100%.
Wow.
Nailed it. You nailed me, man. Head in the gutter. Head in the gutter. AI, real fast. That was good. Thank you. Getting called out. Thank you, Kai. I appreciate you. He says,
no, but it's so crazy because then it's like that brings you back to the whole money thing, and it's like why are you chasing money? So you get the girl. So it's like.
So that's if you're doing money for me. If you're doing maso matan to do maso matan.
So that's
we
so you see how he
not to make money.
That's exactly. That's what he's saying. That's it. He doesn't say mamon. He doesn't think about. He doesn't say kesef. He's maso matan.
Exactly.
Back and forth. The back and forth.
It's not cute.
What's mata? It's back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Start fighting with your head. Start fighting with yourself.
We don't
right.
The
back and forth.
Money. Exactly. The back and forth. It's about the business. It's about creativity. It's about being creative. It's about being able to make a kiddush Hashem when you go to work. It has nothing to do with making money. My wife needs me and my wife need dental work now that we thought was covered. It's not covered. 20 grand. I said to my wife, in all your cheshbonis that you wanted to make, that if you didn't have enough money, you had a line item for dental. You had a line item for it. The same way you don't have a line item for this, the income line item you also don't have. But I promise you, it's there.
That's a problem.
The problem is we
problem.
don't see the income line item. We only see the expense line item.
Yeah.
But
we think we place. I know I'm getting this amount. That's the line item that we think. Can't stop with that cheshbon and say, Hashem, you have another 10 that are coming to me from who knows and hines and you whatever where.
You can pay it off direct. I don't even need to go through me.
It's all cheshbon.
And when you unplug that thought process and you plug in a new thought process, automatically your machshavas zaras, and that will control the feeling. You want to call it horniness, call it whatever you want, but it'll control that feeling of the what he calls the taiva of niyah. And when somebody can actually act in accordance to this, wow. This is the ikar of the tikkun of Kama Bris, which is changing the mindset when the hitter comes in. Our mind had neural pathways connected in a certain way. And now we're unplugging those neural pathways, and we're plugging in new neural pathways. That when this thought process comes into my mind, I control it and I consciously unplug it, but like he's saying, you can't just break it. Transmutate it, plug it into something, and it's not just. But the chiddush here is, it's not just you're going to take care of your horniness, and you're not going to be horny when you do this, and that's why it's a type of. You're going to take that energy and you're going to put it into your Torah, tefillah, or even into your business. You're going to be a genius. You're going to have Chidushay Torah, you're going to have Chidushim in your business, because you're taking that same Kundalini energy, whatever you want to call that, raw energy, that's big enough to create another human being.
I never understood
that's
creative energy.
That you're taking it and you're unplugging it from girls, and you're plugging it into Torah, tefillah, even business, and you'll see that have new births, new birthings, your creations, new things will create when you do it.
You make a fork in the road.
Maybe guilt, maybe ain't.
But you know what you can do with that tava? If you learn how to unplug it and plug it into your business, and say, you know what, with this energy, let me make a phone call to a guy I didn't call in 10 years, and let me do a deal with it.
Du Menschen on the level, du Menschen on the side.
Zug mich nicht von der Level. Zug mich nicht.
You cannot turn from away.
Zug mich nicht.
Every single person. You're different than every other guy?
You know, in
so he's telling you, he's giving you how. It's in the first moment, you gotta try and flip it. Otherwise, you're gonna allow it, and it's gonna go and build and build and build. You gotta stop it in the initial time.
What does that mean?
You think you're the first male in Moscow? Meinst du, das ist der erste Sache in Moskwa?
That's why it's the first mitzvah, yeah? Is what? The first mitzvah is what?
Usually we can stop in Moscow.
It's very easy to say that.
Father!
99, not 95, 99%.
Oh, but there's one time.
100%. And
But the one time,
same thing with
you can also go back to that one time.
One time I heard this.
Okay, let's just finish this.
That's it.
Over here.
Well, we're perfect. We're perfect.
I'm wondering if the rabbis they have the
Therefore,
God took away the from the rabbis. I never had no title.
I don't know.
You think the rabbis
Which rebel? Which rebel? Which rebel?
Years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years stories where the Rebbe ran away and went to shmat himself. You don't see that today. They shmat by the inside. I don't know
They
why.
have too much money over here in real estate. Where are they going? V'lachein, aloi la'adam lipel b'datei. A person shouldn't think, kasher miskab malav irurim lam. He shouldn't, when he has these irurim rak adrabah. Olav ladash ali adam ikke tikuna yisvivasei. The way we have our tikkun and our tshuva is through rectifying these thoughts. Hainu dafka kasha oilam b'dati am hurim ram miskabel achis lamach machshavas toivus shal toilet tefillah oyafilu shal masa mach b'kashres b'chtei la'asiyach tatem min ha'machshavas rayis. When you do a complete unplug and replug in these machshavas, hareze ikar tikuna yeshuvasai. That's the ikar tshuva for everything we messed up until now. Ka'amah. Val yidei zeh mesakim kol ma shekilka b'kama brisha hayim b'shuka b'yadeina. U'shemiskayim b'sa'esa shal tikkun ha'moich, and when you're miskayim this eitzah of unplugging and replugging in the neural pathways, zoicha l'tikkun habris. That is how we're zoicha l'tikkun habris. Hainu l'tikkun hamachshava. What tikkun habris is not the actions and the speech; it's the initial thought when it comes in to redirect that thought. And when we do that consciously, and we consciously can redirect our minds before it becomes a taiva,
before it gets to our heart.
And from there you get the chachma tahira to pure, because you're not
being
have
pulled.
the static of everything else.
You're in control.
And to a pure voice, hainu l'chachma emes. Kol emes b'li shum taroi v'sel tois v'sheker. There's no lies in it. It's pure raw energy that's emes and v'zoichel l'shalom. Shal yada yafshel l'karev v'saholim kuloi la'Hashem yizbarach. And when you can control it here, you end up with the.
You can control it here.
One event. With the
You
one
control here
event.
before it gets to here.
You end up
You have
with the
to-
one event.
Say the last line. Say the last line.
Shal yadai efshar lekarev es ha'olam kuloi la'Hashem yizbarach. Through this, you can,
Wow.
because that's how the Torah starts.
But that's
How do we bring Shem Echad? By us controlling our minds. L'chaim.
wow.
Love you, brother.
No, but that's crazy. That by you, I guess.
Not yet.
Stop the rewinding.
No, but that's.